are live.
Hello, how you doing? Welcome to another live stream, 2 of 2, which is a bit weird, isn't it? VG Tomo, two live streams on a Monday.
It's a bit unheard of.
Yeah, but it's a special day because we can actually finally, after about 10 years of waiting, play The Last Guardian.
You can ask me questions.
You finished it.
I finished this game.
Don't spoil it, Tom.
Do you want to know what happens at the end, Dave?
No.
Okay.
So we're not going to start from the end, are we? No, we're going to do a new game. Good. You've just given this game 9 out of 10, Tom.
Yeah, I have.
You had to check there for a second. Did you or didn't you?
I was just checking what was going on with this because it's not been set up on the PlayStation I asked for it to be set up on.
Oh,
so,
right.
I had to make sure it wasn't going to show anything, but here we go.
Hang on, what's happened? You've skipped the cutscene?
This is the end of the game.
I skipped the cutscene because I think it might show something slightly different because I finished it, possibly. So I just skipped it in case. But this is the very start of the game.
Have you finished it from... on the vid... Oh, okay.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
I won't ask questions.
I didn't want to take a risk.
Okay, anyway, what we've just skipped... Bye-bye, Colin. I don't think you did a particularly great job of being stealthy. Alright, so what have we skipped? Hang on. So, there's a cutscene at the beginning where you wake up, basically.
Yeah.
And that's where we are right now. So we don't know Trico at this point.
No.
You're just like, who's this?
Should we go and have a look, see what he thinks of us?
Do you remember, Tom?
Oh no, he hates me.
Do you remember the chains?
Yeah.
From the...
they are. Here's those chains.
Was that even before the reveal? We just got like a teaser of some chains, I think.
Yeah. It's quite menacing, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not quite as cute there as you would have thought. So I've been playing this a bit over the weekend. I'm maybe 3 or so hours in. And I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. Really, really good. And his eyes change colour depending on moods.
Yeah.
It's one of those you don't really want to. You're best off at discovering it for yourself, I think.
Although you're watching this, so
yeah. I mean, this is the beginning, but yeah, it's very.
So there's lots of this. Obviously, there's a lot of time spent climbing around.
He's not happy with that.
No, I'm going to try and take this spear out of him.
Yeah.
Because that hurt him.
There we go.
Oh,
whoa.
I'm just trying to help. Oh no.
I have to say, I noticed this during my playthrough and now I can't unsee it.
What? What is it?
Trico's backside.
Oh, you were telling me.
Yeah. I saw it once. I was like, that's quite intricately modelled. And now that's all
I didn't even notice and I finished it, Dave.
Yeah.
So you obviously look out for those things.
Clearly. Who have we got in chat? We have Joe Edwards is back, Aidan Martin is back, Amy is back, Carl Stevens is back, everyone's back from earlier in the day. Yeah, hopefully, we don't want to spoil this for you as much as you don't want it spoiled. So we're going to stick to the first.
I might go quite slowly,
so?
just that we don't see too much.
Yeah.
He's up. This is a bit of a camera issue going on. That is a thing.
See. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's one of those I think that I've been able to overlook.
Yeah.
I don't really... It's not a game-breaking thing or anything, far from it.
No, it's not game-breaking. I think it just... If you really get bothered by those kind of things... It
feels like an old game. It feels like, a Ueda... Is it Ueda? Is that who you say?
I don't know if you pronounce it like that exactly,
I'm not sure. Yeah. It feels like Shadow of the Colossus and all, and Eco.
So got to give a nice bit of barrel.
He eats these, doesn't he?
Look at him, he's well excited about this.
So, where there's butterflies, does that mean there's barrels? Because the butterflies chase the barrels.
Yeah.
And he's definitely eyeing that. Whoa! I love climbing on him because it's super Shadow of the Colossus, but you're not climbing up.
Doesn't like me still.
something that is attacking you. You can't have something that is. Well. Right, what's chat saying? Holodrome says, does it have improvements on PS4 Pro?
To be honest, I don't know, really.
I've played it.
I played it all the way through on a Pro.
Right.
I played it in here, in the office in 4K at home, 1080p, and like the HDR, which I think is available in possibly Pro and non-Pro versions.
Yep.
Looks really good.
Yep.
I don't really think, I'm not sure about, other than like 4K, I'm not sure there's any real enhancements.
See, I played a couple of hours on a standard PS4 over the weekend, and then I played about another hour or so on a Pro after that, so I've not played it like for like same scenario.
Yeah.
But I think the frame rate is slightly better on Pro. I think it tanks quite a bit on standard when you go outside, because it seems quite physics heavy, a lot of it. The wind and all that affects grass, and it affects like wood and stuff like that. And I've noticed more frame rate issues on the standard than I have on the Pro so far.
I did see something earlier, well just now in fact, from popular comparison website.
Oh yeah?
And I think they were
Digital
out,
Foundry?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And they were saying about how it would look like they were saying that in 4K it runs at a worse frame rate.
Really? Oh right, okay.
I only very briefly looked at it before I came in here, so
okay.
Maybe inconclusive.
I would also guess that the lighting might be very slightly better on Pro, but it might be like weird sort of placebo, like you just think it's better when it isn't actually, but yeah, don't know. So Pixelol says 10 out of 10 game of the year, has grass and wood. Definitely has that.
It does have very nice grass.
It does have nice grass.
Yeah, it does.
Blows in the wind and all that.
And nice feathers.
I'm sitting here thinking, you obviously know what all of this is. Like, you know what the effects of certain things and yeah.
This has happened quite a lot. Trying to move around him occasionally is awkward. Like,
really?
There are points where it was like the boy would not move. I wanted him to go.
I found that jumping up him was easier maybe than climbing. I also like it when you learn to stroke him. I spend a long time just going, there he go! There he go! Christian Denning says, is Trico pissed? I'm not sure whether he means drunk or if he means angry.
He is.
He does seem quite angry right now. Carl Stevens says, so controls are very last gen.
I don't know if they're last gen. They're a little bit awkward at times, and it's not that making him move around or jump or whatever is tricky. It's just that sometimes you can't quite do what you want to do as easily as you would like.
I now that I've gotten used to them, I don't have a problem with them at all.
Like when I first started playing, I thought jump on triangle was dumb. And it wasn't working. But now it's not a problem at all. But it's just, if you're obviously, triangle is not the usual jump button.
I don't feel like they feel old in the sense of, say, shooting in first person in Metal Gear 2 required 3 button presses. Nothing like that. I love the way they talk to each other. The whole bond between these two, nothing else like it. If you have a pet or have had a pet, I think you sort of immediately empathise and can understand the whole bond. Yeah, Carl Stevens says standard Team Eco controls. Then yeah, it feels like a Team Eco game. Hot Chewbacca asks, how long did the game take, Tom?
Well, I reckon about 10 hours, but I don't know. I wasn't keeping count, but it felt around that length, I guess. Okay. I think I've seen other people say it took a bit longer than that, so I don't know. But it doesn't feel short anyway. It's not like I was worried it was going to be like 4 hours long or something, but it's not. It's a lot longer than that. Look at the lighting. Lighting's really good.
The lighting is nice. I do think it looks better on Pro. I just in my head, that would make sense, obviously, but I really like the art style. When they showed, because he looks slightly different to the rest, doesn't he? He looks a little bit, not cel shaded, but the cartoony type look to him. And I was worried that that looked a bit odd, but actually I really like it. Carl Stevens has got another question. Trico or Trico?
Well, I think I've been saying Trico.
Yeah.
But I don't know, really.
Eco, Ico.
Yeah.
I think the actual way of saying it is Toriko.
Yeah. Well, that's what he says, isn't it, I think? The boy.
So, Toriko.
Oh, he wants that.
He loves the barrels.
Gonna throw right at his face. Oh no, I hit him on the nose.
The default product says Dave's got the Sonic jumper I've been eyeing on Amazon. Yeah, this is this year's Sonic jumper.
There it is, lovely, isn't it?
I'm collecting the full set.
My view of that is it's a little bit too blue.
It is quite blue, isn't it? It's
I
very
realise
blue.
I'm wearing blue, entirely blue.
Yeah.
But
I'm a big fan of the Sonic Christmas jumpers. I wonder if I preferred last year's one a little bit, maybe, the red one.
Maybe.
But this is still excellent as well. Green Hill Zone. Very festive. Carl, I don't know how to pronounce his second name, I'm afraid. Carl asks, is the game dark and edgy? Is it emotional?
Dark and edgy.
I don't know if you could describe it. Obviously,
No.
you've finished it, I haven't, but I don't know if I'd describe it as dark and edgy.
It's fairly dark, I'd say, but I don't say edgy, and it is emotional.
It is emotional. Oh, God. Well, you know what that means.
I'm not going to say any more than that.
What is this, Tom? I have to say, I'm not going to point out what they are, but there were moments in the game that I've seen in some of the trailers, and I thought, I wish they hadn't put that in the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of forgot most of what I see in the trailers, but yes, this is your little shield. You can shine on things and it does some cool stuff, which you'll see in a minute.
Yeah.
Bit of water. Is that water? Yeah, it is. That's a bit of water.
Holodrone is asking, what does that mean? What does what mean? I'm lost myself. I'm confused. Carl says, cool, I'll prepare a box of tissues. Surname is pronounced Machia. I hope I've got that right. Tracy Jordan, again, another one I may have completely mispronounced. What's the actual story of Last Guardian? What is Trico trying to achieve? Well, I think that is deliberately vague.
Well, I guess at a basic level...
Don't spoil it.
No, but this is what's happening.
Yeah.
They have woken up in this kind of cave.
Yeah.
And they've got to get out.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what's happening at this point.
There's obviously, I mean, I'm assuming there's a history to both of them, but there's obviously a long history with him. We've taken the armour off of him so far. He was chained up to a well. His eyes, it's like he's on, I don't know what.
It looks a bit like cash converters over the road. The lighting system.
What, they're Christmas lights?
Right. So that shield we just got, you can do cool stuff with it, such as if I point it at something, and this is not the point to do it at, but look.
Whoa!
Look at this. So I didn't know this was a thing, because I hadn't really seen all the trailers, but I assume other people are aware that that is something that you can do.
I think they showed a lightning bolt or something like that in a trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is very early stuff, obviously. Christian Denning says, nice to see an old-fashioned linear experience. I think if there's a word that you can use to describe this game, it is old-fashioned.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, that's not said in a negative way. That's.
But it does fit, even though it feels a bit old-fashioned, it also feels like a game that doesn't really get made that often anymore.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's what I mean.
Something about it, like it doesn't feel. There's no formula to it, I guess. That it's not like you couldn't really say it's like this, or you could say it's a bit like their previous games.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like many other games, really.
Well, they didn't either, though, did they?
No.
Really? And it is, you know, it is a sort of puzzle adventure game. Really,
Yeah.
a lot of it is
He's off.
go into this room. How do you get out the
Yeah.
other side of this
Yeah.
room, or how do you get into the room? It's a lot of that, but it's done in a good way, cool way. Basically, just exploring these ruins for the most part. Well, for at least what I've played anyway. And the story is told in a cool way.
Yeah, you get these little.
I'm guessing at this stage, the person narrating this is older him, but
It's unclear.
unclear. Yes.
Here he comes.
The way he moves as well
Hmm.
is incredible.
Yeah.
The animation, the way that he behaves, is super lifelike.
Hmm.
Just even his ears will flicker. He'll put his head through little gaps,
Yeah.
and he'll get his ears stuck. And yeah, love it. I love it. Omar says, "Does the game have a map?" No, I don't.
No.
It's
Unless
not like a
unless
Metroid.
I've not pressed a button. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a map.
No.
There's no.
It's very much linear progression.
Yeah,
really,
it's not
isn't
like
it?
you'll be stuck in terms of like big areas that you don't know which way to go necessarily. It's just you'll know pretty much what you have to do most of the time. It's just how exactly to do it, I
Yep.
guess.
Chris Wallace asks, "How's the soundtrack?" I think it's a really nice
It's
soundtrack.
nice, yeah. It's not. I didn't. At a point, you don't notice it that much.
No.
It's not like constantly.
It's very
going.
subtle.
No, yeah.
Yep. Yep. Rob Taylor asks if there's any replay value, but I don't know if answering that it could be a spoiler or not. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but I guess maybe there's some replay value in the sense that there's replay value in Shadow of the Colossus, and
I guess it's like seeing some bits again and stuff, but I don't know if it's not the kind of game where you're kind of leveling up abilities or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it's not.
it's not like there's a new game plus
No.
or anything. No, okay. He jitters about a bit, and at first it kind of was like, oh, I don't know if I like that, but over time, I think it adds a little bit of character to it, maybe. Vodka and Coke. Is it kind of like old Tomb Raider puzzle rooms?
I don't think the puzzles are as puzzly as what you might be expecting them to be. It's not like it's. I don't think they've.
I mean, this is quite
it's
old
a bit
Tomb Raider,
a little-
but they're not often like this.
No,
so-
it's more about like figuring out where to go most of the time
Yeah.
than like actually solving a puzzle. Like, there's not much. I mean, sometimes you have to get certain things to make other things happen.
Yeah.
But not in like a real taxing way.
Well,
I mean,
Carl Stevens, I'm assuming those butterflies are subtle guidance. I think the butterflies are just where these barrels are. I
Yeah.
don't think they're guiding you to.
like here, like this. I guess this is like the level of puzzling, really, most of the game. So Trico won't come down.
Yeah.
You want him to come down, but he won't. But he does like these barrels, so.
Yeah. I mean, this is obviously an easy one, but yeah. Is he going to do it? He's thinking about it.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoa.
Another belly flop. Yeah.
He's the best companion in a video game ever. Ever. Dogs for nipples. Hello. Carell Super asks, where did Yogurt Dave go?
Yogurt Dave.
Yogurt Dave. I've not got a yogurt today.
Oh, is
I've
that?
not had a yogurt in a long time. I think that was just a sort of a fluke character.
Just a phase of your life, wasn't it? You ate a lot of yogurts.
Yogurt phase. The barrels.
Mm.
Am I right in thinking they're a collectible as well? Kind of. Because some of them are hidden and you don't necessarily need to pick them up.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I assume, I don't know for sure to be honest, but there are bits where there are barrels there that you don't need all of them,
Yeah,
for sure.
okay. Fair enough.
Oh, here we go.
Christian Denning asks, is it child friendly? Sometimes my daughter likes to watch and this looks fun for her with Trico.
I guess there are bits that are a little bit scary in like I mean there's nothing, I mean there's a little bit of violence I suppose, like you can see at the beginning he had spears in him and that.
He does get attacked, like there is blood on him, isn't there, and stuff. But
there are like,
when you say scares,
like there's nothing that jumps out and scares you or anything like that.
No.
But there are like enemies, I suppose, that are a little bit scary looking if you're young. I guess it's nothing much more than.
Is this rated 12? I think.
I don't know.
I think it is. And I think the tone of it is a little bit. Not that it's not child friendly, but it is. A bit mysterious and perhaps a little bit creepy.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably nothing much more than like what you'd get in a bit of an old reference, the Dark Crystal or Labyrinth or something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what the Dark Crystal is, Dave?
No idea.
So, oh no, where is he? Can't get through. Oh no.
Oh, they're best friends already. I love it.
So he's saying bye. This is it. This is the game finished.
The end. 9 out of 10.
Took him a long time to do that. So he's going off. He's going over.
See ya.
This, in a way, this bit sums up a lot of why I like the game.
Yeah.
This bit.
Yeah. It's like, no, we're friends now. Don't leave me.
He's so excited.
Oh, it is good. And it is a good looking game as well. I was worried that it wasn't going to look as good as it does.
Yeah, it does look nice, particularly like him with the light on his feathers and stuff.
In my head, I think the feathers and stuff look a little worse on the standard PS4.
Really?
I don't think the light crap bounces off it as well as it does on. But again, until I've seen direct comparisons, maybe that is nonsense. Chris Wallace is asking, potential game of the year. It is for me so far.
I think it's one of the best games of the year.
Yeah.
I think it will be. I think as we've seen with the reviews, some people will be less forgiving of the problems.
Because you mentioned this the other day. You said, I mean, it's in our review chat now, but we recorded that last week. You said it would be quite divisive.
Yeah.
Look, you see what I was talking about?
Oh, Dave, I've seen it now.
You said it'd be quite divisive, and I'm surprised it's been as divisive as it has been.
I think you haven't played enough yet quite to get to some of the annoying bits.
Right, okay.
And they're not, like I've told you, they're not, for me anyway, annoying enough to hurt it too much.
Right.
But they are annoying, and if you have a lower tolerance, I guess, to some of that stuff.
Is that just because he takes too long to do stuff, or he does the wrong stuff when you want him to?
There's an element of both. Like him, because at later points you have to like control him more.
Yeah.
By basically pointing, like here, look, you're telling him to run over there essentially. Or
Okay.
Like there's the point. Like if you get on his back
Point
and
mechanic.
stuff.
Yeah.
And basically you're just talking to him, trying to get him to do what you want him to do.
Yeah.
And it is not always as easy as you would want it to be. Which some people may say, fine, he's an animal. Like he's not going to do everything.
That's the thing. I think I've learnt to develop a bit of patience with it, and I think because he does act so realistically in other scenarios, I've kind of grown to realise that he takes a bit of encouragement and a little bit of patience to actually. But I've not got to a point where he's done the opposite to what I've wanted him to do.
Yeah.
So. What's going on in chat? Najim19 says, according to Eurogamer, the game is a technical mess on a base PS4.
Really?
Really? It does have issues with frame rate.
I played it all on a Pro and there were still loads of frame rate issues. So
I never noticed it inside, really, I don't think.
There was one bit in particular that really did slow down a lot. But I don't know why it was that particular bit, because it didn't seem that much more demanding than any other area of the game. Hopefully they can fix some of that. But yeah.
Fair enough. People are talking about the button prompts. I'm guessing because they're still like... It's still coming up in mine. And
you get them all the way through.
Really?
I think you probably can turn them off. I haven't actually looked.
But if you turn them off, do you lose prompts for new mechanics?
Well, that's why I left it on, because I wasn't sure.
It's like, you don't need to learn this now. You've been... Yeah. They're still telling me that 3 hours in or whatever. Yeah, that is something that does distract me a little bit. Carl Stevens asks, are we talking consistent slowdown or very short moments, and only in those moments? It's not slowdown as such as just frame rate.
I think it is moments more than anything that I've noticed anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like...
It's particularly during the outside moments I saw. When there's a lot of grass on screens.
Yeah.
Right. People are talking about Game of the Years. I think that's what my Game of the Years. Someone's brought up Overwatch. I don't know why.
This isn't like Overwatch.
No, this is very not Overwatch. I like how you just are going through the world and then they'll do something and they'll be like, oh, we've completely destroyed that. Yeah. But we can use, like, just what happened there.
Yeah.
So Razman, how long did this take to make? I think it was like 2007.
Apparently it started then, didn't it?
Yeah. Announced in 2009. Which is crazy. But Final Fantasy, I guess, was similar.
I don't know how much it's changed, or if it was simply they've moved hardware, like from PS3 to PS4 or what. But I mean, looking at the old trailer, like the original one, it seems like a very similar game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This is one of the moments you were talking about, Dave.
Oh, what? Where he gets his head stuck?
You get through, Drinko.
Truly 485 says, I've been waiting a long time for this game, and then a sad face and then a cry face, I think. Why are you sad? Why are you crying? It's here. I didn't quite get that. Ear glitch.
Right, so
he just loves you so much.
Yeah. I'm going to be deliberately a bit slow and look around.
Chat would like us to check to see if these button prompts can actually be turned off.
Right.
Let's have a look. Not in there. Controls? Not in there. Blimey, can you actually not turn them off? Well, there you go. I'm surprised.
I don't think they're quite as annoying later on.
No.
But, I mean, you do kind of need them at this point, because otherwise you probably won't know exactly what you're meant to be doing. But, I don't know. They are a little bit big.
I feel like they're too low as well. Or is that just... I don't remember them being that low in my playthrough. Maybe we've not set up the screen size properly. But... Christian Denning has asked... actually, I'm not sure I'm going to ask that question.
No.
No, I saw something in the trophies that would suggest the answer to your question, but...
I think one of the spoilers you're thinking of is actually been in... There's some screenshots out there.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't that one. Something else. Oh. Yeah.
So this is, I guess, a little bit of a puzzle. Like, he can't get through.
Yeah.
It looks like there's some stuff here. Like, can I get up there?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if I climb on him, can I do like a jump? Not really.
You've forgotten how to do this bit, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I haven't. I'm just deliberately doing
Oh,
like,
right, okay.
what would I do if I was playing it for the first time? Oh, come on, we can't get through. I'll have a look around here, maybe.
Up we go. Chris Wallace is back. Chris Wallace has a lot of questions today. I love it. How does it compare to Shadow of the Colossus, or is that an unfair comparison?
I think it has similarities to both their previous games, really.
Yep.
Obviously, there's a lot of kind of going around with Trico and kind of making sure he goes where you want him to go and stuff, which feels a little bit like Eco.
And the setting, I'd say, was a bit more Eco as well.
Yeah, it definitely is, yeah. But then you get the climbing all over him and sort of riding on him quite a lot, which is obviously a bit Shadow of the Colossus-y.
Yeah.
So I think it has similarities. In terms of like combat and stuff like that, it's not really a game about combat.
No.
Well, I'm not sure we'll get as far as actually seeing an enemy or anything like that. But it's not like a normal like action game or anything like that.
Do you think it will be remembered in a similar way to Shadow of the Colossus? That people will look back on it in 10 years and go, yeah, Last Guardian was, up there.
Yeah, I think it probably
the best.
will, yeah. I mean, I think at the time, I think I gave Shadow of the Colossus a 9.
Right.
But when I think back at it, about it, it's like I have very fond memories, far more memories about that than I do lots of other games, which I probably gave higher scores.
Yeah.
Because it was another game that had some, like the controls were not great at points in Shadow of the Colossus. And this suffers from similar things. But I think...
Is that one you would have changed your score on, do you think, looking back on it? Would you have gone higher?
I think it's a game that deserves a 10, probably, yeah.
Wow. Does it make you want to go back and play either Eco or Shadow of the Colossus? It has me. I wish that they were on PS4.
Yeah, I mean that's why I won't play them again probably, because
Yeah.
I just don't have a PS3 set up.
I've got my old fat I put my 500 gig PS4 hard drive into my PS3
Yeah.
and downloaded all of the old stuff that I was wanting to play, and I just haven't gone back to it yet. It's all just sitting there. So maybe one day I'll go and do it. But people are getting a little bit put off by the button prompts.
I think you'll forget they're there after a while. I don't think it's a... I mean, I thought they were quite... No, I think I even said after I played for an hour...
You did, you came
it's
into our
got really
room and you
massive
were like,
button prompts, but I think you get over it. It's a thing that's there. It's just kind of... I mean, then you had 3 on the screen at once. They are quite visible, but you just get... Either they become less frequent, or you just get used to them being there and don't notice them as much.
I never got why they all... Every time you go over a ledge, like, why do you need to know you can hang? It's like, and still... this is ridiculous right now, the rate these are coming up. Holodrone. In my ignorance, I thought you could play Eco and Shadow of the Colossus Collection on PS4. I guess on PlayStation Now. Yeah, I think they are on PlayStation Now. But still, it would be nice to have them as actual... I know that's crazy, PS2 games on PS... Put them as PS2 classics, if nothing else. But then the remasters, the PS3 remasters were meant to be quite good, weren't they? So
Can you jump up here? I don't know. I remember. Must be able to.
There's a barrel over there. Are you gonna...
No, I'm not going to bother.
Gonna bother?
He doesn't need it, I don't think. Come on.
Is he supposed to come up here?
I don't know. Maybe he's not.
Did you know that the blood splatters on him? If you stroke him over that, it gets rid of them.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll jump up if he wants to jump up.
I think he's going to... Here he comes.
There he goes. Vodka and Coke says, could you land on the dog from there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So that I know that it's a very simple looking bit, but the lighting just looks nice.
Yeah.
Just I don't know what it's just something about it.
Yeah. Agreed. It's sort of a soft light, but also quite intense, bright light.
I'm assuming, Dave, is there a trophy link to these barrels?
I think there might be.
There's I don't think you need this one. You don't need the other one.
He looks quite scary when his eyes light up.
Sometimes doesn't even eat them either. He just knocks them around.
Yeah, he plays with them, doesn't he?
Yeah. So he might do that here. Yeah.
I think he will always eat them eventually.
Really?
But I wondered if he was knocking around because the animation couldn't quite get...
Maybe he was getting into place.
Oh, like that.
It's a bit of a glitch. Do you think he ate that or not?
I don't know. I'm going to try again. There we go. There we go. Carl Stevens, is his logic preset then, or would you say random / semi-random? I think there's very few moments where it's actually like scripted, is it?
I don't think the only times I'd say it feels at all scripted really is obviously there are parts where he reacts to things going on that obviously
like the E3 demo sequence.
Yeah, there are sequences where you have no control now and again. It's like almost like a mini cutscene type bit.
Okay.
There are parts when you control him, but he will sort of take over a bit and get where you know you have to go.
What do you mean control him? With a little pointing and stuff?
Well, like say you'll tell him to jump up a few platforms, he'll kind of just do a few in a row, and really that's actually I think preferable to some of the stuff where you have to kind of make him jump to certain bits. Then again and again he'll just take over a little bit. It does make things a little bit easier when he does that. But it may well be that he's pathfinding, he's seen you want to go there and he's figured it out kind of thing.
New best dog in games is a tall order to beat Ghost Trick's missile. Did you play Ghost Trick?
Only very briefly.
I liked Ghost Trick, and you're right, Missile was a good dog.
Oh no, it was stuck.
I never got around to finishing it though. One of those I always wanted to go back to. Oliver the Pirate. Another stream. VG are unstoppable today. 2 big games in a single day, so we thought, why not?
There you go. Nice bit of lighting.
Yeah.
Trees. There aren't that many bits like this, to be honest.
No. See, I remember this bit on the standard PS4 having a bit of a ropey frame rate.
Yeah.
I think it was this bit.
I like pretending he's going to crush me and try and run away. That didn't quite work, but...
Oh, they're going through all dogs now. Carl Stevens' Fable dog. Awake Knight says dog's life dog. The dog in Luigi's Mansion says the final Jedster. Chris Wallace says the ending to Ghost Trick is great. Yeah, I do need to finish it. I think the thing with that is that it's been such a long amount of time since I last played it. I've probably forgotten what's going on. David Rankin says we will miss you, Tom. Heart.
I'll miss everybody as well.
Yeah. Very sad. No Brow. Talking about the Half-Life dog. Call of Duty Ghost dog. There are a lot of good dogs.
Yeah.
Metal Gear 5 dog. Or was that a wolf?
I don't know.
I think that was probably a wolf. What other dogs we got? I'm trying to think. Now Jim 19 is asking us, Tom, what did we make of the Last of Us 2 reveal?
This is going to shock, but I haven't actually seen the trailer yet.
Have you not?
No.
How have you not seen
I haven't watched it. I mean, I know some of the details, but I haven't actually seen the trailer.
Are you surprised that it exists?
No.
No, me neither, of course not.
Not remotely surprised. But, I mean, I like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I will probably like another one.
Yeah. Haven't even seen it, Tom. Tom, you are fired, says Najim. Apologies if I'm saying your name wrong, by the way.
looking over here. I don't know why.
Christian Denning has got another off-topic question. But I've heard Rez is the best game on VR. Are you guys reviewing it? / is it worth it? Did you review it?
I'm not sure if I did or not. I may have done.
Played it, didn't you?
But yeah, I finished it in VR and stuff. I think it's one of the best games on PlayStation VR. But
does it not make your head go crazy?
No, but I think is it called Area X or something like that, is a lot better than the older game that they've got in there as well. The old game's still like a classic, but the new bit feels like it's been made.
Right.
Obviously, new engine, it looks amazing. It feels more made for VR than the old one does. But I think it is definitely. I think if you've got PlayStation VR, definitely give it a go.
Fair enough. I have a little secret about Rez.
You don't like it?
It's not that I don't like it. It's that it didn't click with me as much as it seemed to click with everybody else.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm missing out because I
was a bit like that, but then I do think in VR it does have something else to it. It just felt a little bit more immersive. I know that's kind of a very easy thing to say, but
I always preferred, and I don't know how you pronounce it properly, Lumines?
Yeah. In very different games.
Still,
I enjoyed that more probably at the time. Yeah.
What's his name? I can't think of his name. Still the same creator, isn't it?
Well, I can't remember his name either, but yes, I think so. It's like, what do they call those games?
Chat will remind us, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know how you say it. I'm just going to call it Lumines. It's probably Lumines.
Dave, do you remember what to do here? I've completely forgotten. I've got to go through there. I can't really. I'll get up there.
I thought you just went round one side to the other, didn't you?
Here we go.
Are
you going up there?
Or was you just sitting down? Do you have to get on it? People talk about Wallace and Gromit. Classic. I used to love Wallace and Gromit. Oliver the Pirate. I'd have thought Dave would be a Knights fan. I don't know if I played. I would think I was a big Knights fan as well, but I don't actually think I played that much of it. I played the Wii one, which wasn't that fussed by. I don't think.
See, look,
there we go.
That is an example in a way
Yeah.
of what I was talking about. Like, I was trying to get him to do that for a while, and then he did in the end.
Yeah.
But you could well have just wandered around for a bit and looked for something else to do at that point because you thought, why is he not doing this?
Yeah. Tom, he doesn't like this.
No, he doesn't like these. There's quite a few of these. This is another one of the main mechanics, I guess, puzzle-wise.
Yeah.
These things crop up and you have to get rid of them, essentially.
Yeah.
And then he'll be happier again.
Gosh. That's gone. Carl Stevens is asking, is that a genuine reflection I see on his shield? I think it is. I noticed that the other day. I think it's a real reflection, none of this fake stuff.
Yeah.
Although, does it reflect him? I don't know if it reflects him or if it's just reflecting the
I'm trying to get in a
environment.
position where I can see.
I imagine reflecting something that's moving would take a lot of.
Yeah.
Pink Spider 28 is asking, what's your favourite game in this series? Eco or Shadow of the Colossus? Or I'm guessing now with this one.
Well, I'd probably still go Shadow of the Colossus.
Really?
At the moment, I mean, but I've had years to think about Shadow of the Colossus, so I don't know. I haven't really digested this properly.
This one is the one for me where I've sat down and gone, I need to finish it. I need to just play through it. Like Shadow of the Colossus, I got a few hours in and sort of just left it for a bit and came back. And I think it's going to sound crazy because I didn't get bored of just boss fight after boss fight after boss fight. But I think I felt like I needed a break from it at the fear that I would get bored of doing that.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe amazing. obviously amazing game. Whereas I've not had that. But this is very much. I've just sat and gone. Yeah, I'll play through all this. Just like that. So I think this is the one that has, at first at least. But then I'm a lot older now.
Yeah.
You know, when Shadow of the Colossus came out, I was 18, 20,
Wow.
something like that. And I think at that age, I was perhaps like, yeah, great, but it's not whatever. Oh. And Eco I was even younger for Eco. That would have been, I'd have been 15, 16, something around there. So yeah, I don't know. Chris Wallace is saying some Colossi were better than others. Yeah,
that's true.
I've played the opening to that game so many times.
I mean, when I look back at it, I do think about the flying one where you ride Aggro alongside it and you leap off and climb up the wings and stuff. But I mean, that has stuck with me a lot more than most other games. So, and some of them were a pain. But I think they had enough wow moments in that. I've kind of forgotten what to do here as well, but that's fine because I don't want to spoil too much of it. Oh, I know now, I think.
So, this is going to sound really sad, and I guess it's a very personal thing, right? But I mean, some of our most hardcore fans want to. My dog died last year, right? And the relationship that he has with Trico.
Yeah.
When you've had a pet that you've been quite close to, I think this has a much stronger sort of emotional resonance to use words like that. And I can't think of any other game that kind of has that impact.
Yeah.
And
I guess, I mean, Fable 2 to a degree, but I much prefer Trico to my dog.
I think because he acts so realistically. The Fable dog, for me, I sort of thought, well, he'd just bark at things and dug things up, and
mine pissed on people.
Yeah, it didn't. It was a bit,
which I did like, but yeah.
Yeah. And I know that's quite a sad way to look at it, but I think the fact that a game can do that shows quite. Yeah. Maybe I love it more because of that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Chris Wallace says, I'm close to my cat, Dave, but she doesn't react as kindly to me climbing on her head. No, I mean, that's... Yeah. I didn't have that kind of relationship with my dog, but... Carl Stevens says, difference here is you need Trico. In other games, you don't really need them. You need Trico, and Trico needs you as well. You sort of both rely on each other to get through stuff. I think you both learn to... There's a sequence I did where you kind of have to trust it, because you always feel like you're the one leading the way.
Yeah.
But there are moments when you feel like, no, actually, if he's trusting me to go there, I've got to trust him. And it's really, really well done. Pink Spider 28 is saying standard PS4 is the worst frame rate apparently. It's best played on PS4 Pro at 1080p, not 4K.
Right.
So is there... I haven't seen this Digital Foundry article, but does that mean it renders at different modes on Pro?
There's no option to change, I don't think.
No.
So it must just give
it's not downsampling to...
I don't know.
Interesting. Interesting. Naveen, I think that's it. Lads, 2 questions. What's the input lag like?
It's not something I've noticed. I mean, the camera, deliberately so, I think, has quite a big lag. Like you press it. And
yeah, it does, and it does it accelerate, or does it just feel a bit like it's? No, it doesn't accelerate.
But it's not.
It's quite slow to respond on the camera.
It doesn't really. It's not a game that you want to play like you would a normal third-person game where you're like the way, for example, I play Ratchet and Clank or something by moving the camera around as moving.
Yep.
You want to try and leave it if you can, because it is a bit fiddly. But yeah, you can speed that up a bit in the options. But yeah, I mean, it's not been a problem if there is any input lag with like.
Because was that a thing with the older ones? Weren't they sort of known for having that?
I think Shadow of the Colossus has a bad camera.
But and then they're asking this or Final Fantasy 15. I mean, I've not played enough of 15 to
completely different games.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a 10-hour or so linear experience. Final Fantasy 15 seems to have
a longer open world,
30 plus hours at least, with more content even after you finished.
Yeah, it's a hard one to answer that because they are so different. Don't know. Trusty John asks, can you die in this game? Are there save points?
You get checkpoints. I don't think it shows you, but generally you just go. If you can choose to go back to the last checkpoint, if you get stuck, or whatever, which I did do a couple of times when I got stuck in a wall.
Oh right.
But it was never like that far back.
You can die though, like you can fall off ledges and stuff.
You can fall, and if you jump from too high, you will die. There are bad things that can do stuff to you, although I didn't actually realise what they could do until much later on.
Right.
Because you can get out of what they're doing quite easily.
Yeah.
Until later on when it becomes harder.
Really? Blimey. See, I know the things you're talking about. I didn't know it got harder. Costume says, right gents, I'm off buying this, I don't want to watch anymore. Looks great, and great review on the site as well. There you go, Tom.
Good.
Bit of praise. Yeah, no, I don't blame you. That's fair enough.
We might stop here, maybe take a few more questions, but I don't know if I want to go much further, because this is like something happens here essentially that some people might think is more of a spoiler than what we've already seen so far. Well, you get.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think maybe it's better to. I mean, if we've got any more questions, I would just wander around for a bit.
This is a scene that you probably want to see for yourself, I think, if you're interested in it. Yeah, so what is the time? Let's have a look. 4:15.
Yeah, so maybe 5 more minutes. You've got some questions.
We'll do a bit of running around because we don't want to jump off that ledge, really, do we? But yes, if you have any questions, let us know. Otherwise, we will wrap it up in a few minutes. Fort Storm, if you're thinking about going to the loo, maybe give it a few minutes, because I mean, if you can wait that long. Holodrome's talking about Steep. Steep is well good. Bags of personality and some crazy SSX-esque areas in places.
That's why I didn't think it had much of a personality, but maybe I haven't seen enough of it.
Yep, same. It's one of those.
That's what I kind of hoped it would have.
It hasn't done very well in the charts, though, has it?
Although it is the 4th highest selling winter sports game in the UK,
just above SSX Tricky or something.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, but it also debuts number 24. That strikes me as a game that may be on promotion.
Yeah.
Surely. Hitsugata asks, was it worth the wait?
Yeah.
Is any game worth waiting 10 years for?
I mean, I haven't been waiting every day thinking, oh, it's not here yet. But yeah, it's a good game.
I'm so glad that it exists, and I'm so glad that we can finally play it, and I'm so glad that it's not a Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah.
Because that was always the risk. Like, is it going to take this amount of time and then come out and be a massive disappointment? And if anything, I think it surprised me with how good it actually is.
Yeah, I think it has issues.
Yeah.
And some people will find those bigger issues than others.
I honestly think you can overlook the issues that are there. Like, I don't think they're as bad as the frame rate. Yeah, it can get bad, I think, on standard PS4, but it's not like it happens all the time. And when it does happen, they're more sort of when you're passing through areas rather than when you need to.
Yeah, I think
and
so.
I don't know, maybe there's bigger areas further on from what I've played that that also impacts it. I can only talk from the first 3 or so hours, but yeah, I'm very excited to go and play more. Hot Chewbacca, is there a button to just pet the dog? There is. Circle. You hold it down on him and he'll just go, Dorica, Dorica. What else have we got? Not sure. Pink Spider 28. Does it feel like an upscaled PS3 game with the long development history? I think it looks nice.
I think it looks really nice. I think there are bits where if you really look at certain areas, you think, well, that texture's a bit rough.
Yeah.
But I never played it and thought this looks old, or I think this looks really nice. Like, and there are bits that look nicer than this later in the game for sure. But I think the lighting is really good.
Yeah.
It just looks really nice. I mean, it's probably faked or whatever. Like, I don't. It's like super accurate lighting, but it looks nice. Whatever they've done.
Yeah. 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 Well, I think that's probably about it. Because otherwise, there's all sorts of stuff about looking like a PS2 game. Talk of Steep. Holodrone asking, did Tob say Steep is the 4th highest selling extreme sports game? I think it's the 4th highest selling winter sports game. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's The Last Guardian. It is out. Well, it's out tomorrow in America. So if you're in the UK,
the 9th, is it over here?
Yeah, it's Friday. Be aware of spoilers and stuff because.
Or go to the special shop.
Well,
if you've got one near you.
I think it's a shame that still games like this. Why can't they be global?
You might find some retailer send it out a day early or so.
That's naughty. That's naughty. But yes, you might be able to find that. Sorry, Chris Wallace. He really needs a wee, so we should let him go and do this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to end bad. Yeah. Apparently, we sound so bored of the game. Maybe this game it for you. We're not bored of the game.
No.
We're not bored of the game.
No.
It's a great game.
We're just trying not to, like, we've been wandering around here for a while.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it.
I don't want to spoil what happens, like, this point onwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, let's leave it there. Let's wrap this up. Are we doing any more streams this week?
Maybe.
I guess
we'll see. It's only Monday. Still,
it's only Monday. Yeah. That's The Last Guardian.
Right.
Thank you for joining. Until next time of the podcast tomorrow for
patrons, Wednesday for everyone else. Yeah.
There you go. All right, cool. I've got to work out how to stop this from streaming because that's usually someone.
Just keep walking.
Okay, right.
In silence.
Okay. Also, look how Christmassy it is.
Nice look at that. Yeah.
Oh god, I've kicked something. Right. See you later. Bye bye. Tom, I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing.
Stop, Dave.
Where's the stop button? Okay, bye.